A brief break in the programming there. Organizers set to play a video after you just heard from a number of people, including Charlie Kirk's pastor, people who were close to him, some of his staffers, of course, at Turning Point USA. I want to bring in Garrett Haake inside the stadium in Glendale, Arizona. We have seen now President Trump and Air Force One touchdown not far from where you are, Garrett. And in so many ways, this memorial service is a commemoration of Kirk's life, but it is also, as you just heard, a call to action for so many of the conservatives who have gathered to remember Kirk.
That's exactly right, Hallie, and it's difficult to extricate the political from the personal here at an event like this. You have a personal memorial service with these testimonials to Charlie Kirk as a person, as a father, and as a husband, with a great deal of discussion about his faith. But you also have this as kind of an activation of a political movement that he was so instrumental to. You heard from senior leadership now even more involved in Turning Point, the organization that recruited these young conservatives all around the country and turned them into Trump voters. And I think as the day progresses, we'll see perhaps a pivot a bit away from the personal and more towards the political, with some of the more overtly political figures set to speak. Now, make no mistake, people like Donald Trump Jr. and J.D. Vance, some of the other cabinet secretaries, do have longer-lasting personal relationships with Charlie Kirk, but they also understand quite clearly how instrumental he and this young conservative movement he built was to their return to the White House. And they want to make sure to build on that. As we've heard from some of these speakers, that's viewed as sort of a part of Kirk's legacy, a part of the purpose for having a memorial like this as opposed to just a smaller funeral.
That's right, and this is certainly not small in any way. I understand that the stadium is pretty packed, Garrett. Give us a sense of what it is like there, who you've seen. We know that obviously the notables, including the cabinet members, the conservative commentators, et cetera, are there. Elon Musk, we understand, is also in attendance there at Glendale, as you pointed out, a who's who of the MAGA movement in so many ways.
Yeah, that's right, Hallie. And also people who just felt a personal connection to Kirk attending here. Folks started lining up in the early hours overnight, midnight, 2 a.m. to get access to the stadium at 5, 6, and 7 o'clock this morning local time when people started to be allowed inside. Every available seat that I can see is full up into the rafters. The Arizona Cardinals should be so lucky as to fill all these seats for their games. There's also another arena across the street that I'm told is expected to be at capacity as well. Andrew Colvett, the speaker about to go on now, a senior official at Turning Point, told me a little while ago that he expects to have something like 95,000 people inside, everyone from high school students and below who are involved in some of the sort of feeder organizations for Turning Point, all the way up to those leading lights of the conservative movement that you just mentioned.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.